Hey guys, I hope that everyone is doing well. I'm just bringing you guys a bit of a channeled message slash dream channeling vision that I received. And first of all, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is, you know, balanced and connecting with their minds and their hearts and doing what's needed for the energies that are prevalent, that are here. And again, the moon is currently in Pisces, the sun is in Virgo. The moon will be at its height, at its fullest, tomorrow at 10 p.m., give or take. This is a lunar eclipse, all right, guys? So we're going to get into that as well because I feel like that energy kind of connects with this channeled message as well. So specific energies surrounding the 9, specific energies surrounding the 9 energy, specific energies surrounding 13 energy, okay? Also 5 and 14. So that is like the moon, but it's also the divine essence, 9, divine timing, 9, conflict, 9. It's also the 5 energy, which is change, swiftness. It's also 13, which is death, okay? Well, 5 is also the establishments, but 13 is also death and rebirth and transformation. But they kept telling me death, 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 death. And I'm like, what do you mean? We'll get into it, but it's very, very heavy that they're saying it needs to be shared, okay? And then the 14 energy is, of course, temperance and angelic presence, angelic protection, and balance and karma. So all of that's connected with the message that kind of flooded in about the eclipse and what that really means, but we're going to get into that here shortly. I wasn't going to do a message until maybe later today. I was also being urged to maybe not do a message until after the full moon, but it really depends on how I feel and if I feel up to it and what my heart is moving me to do. But it was very persistent. Getting on now. That's why I'm doing it in kind of blackout mode, because I am still in my hermit energy. I'm still in reflection mode, in internal mode, and in self-preservation mode right now. But I was listening to my meditation music, and my music that I hear when I know that something is being slayed, or when I know that something is being overcome by my angels or by the aspects of myself in astral, that something is being slayed or something is being removed or something is being overcome or something is being battled and won. I heard my energy. I heard that energy through the music. So they were saying that, no, you have to get this information out. And I don't always share all of my dreams with the collective, because some dreams are for me and for my process. But then sometimes I'll have a dream that is like, no, this is for the collective, okay? So we're going to kind of tap into that energy. This is going to become a 2-part message because this is about the dream and the vision, and it's kind of about the message that's kind of encrypted into the lunar full moon eclipse, but it's also a message and a warning, okay, about specific energies that are in direct opposition to love, direct opposition to the chosen ones on their path and what is already made manifest. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and get into the message. To any new viewers, welcome to my channel. Okay, to my December warriors, welcome back. And you are so welcome here, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate you gracing the space with your presence, because you allow me to honor love and to meet my mission head on and to serve my purpose. So for that, I am always grateful. And we're gonna get started. We're gonna get into the message, okay? Again, I love each and every one of you, and again, this is a safe space, and this is the galactic roll call, okay? The galactic roll call, the galactic center roll call. I am (28 degrees) Sagittarius, leaning into 29, and you know that is very, very much connected and integral with the galactic center. Okay, so I'm also connected to a Regulus constellation. I connect very much with the galactic center, the Milky Way galaxy, and the Sagittarius constellation. Okay, my soul is very, very ancient, and maybe in multiple lifetimes I've embodied that energy. So I like to share my perspectives to the collective through that Sagittarius perspective, through that Sagittarius center, that galactic center, intergalactic framework, so to speak. So please understand that when you enter the space, it doesn't matter who you are. That's the perspective that you're getting with this channel. I will do readings sometimes that the energy is connecting with other signs, but for the most part, I like to come through that Sagittarius lens, okay? And that's not limiting anyone or excluding anyone or at all, because from the way I see it, if you find your way here through the title of a message, through the energy that you feel, then this is a reading for you, okay? And understand that each and every one of you can connect with Sagittarius energy. Each and every one of you are Sagittarius. Each and every one of you have that energy permeating and flowing throughout your natal chart, okay? And then, of course, with the transits, we're all experiencing that energy. We all get a chance to embody or experience the Sagittarius energy at some point throughout our transiting journey. So, that's the main lens I like to share my perspectives through. Okay, so Sagittarius placements, this is a reading for you. This could be your energy. This could be the energy of someone you're connected to, or the circumstance this reading may play out from the perspective of the cross watcher. This is a timeless reading / channeling. Okay, and this information may play out from the perspective of the cross watcher. This is a timeless reading. It's also very general. So take what resonates only and let the rest go. Understand that this is not a gender specific message. Time and energy are fluid. Guys, understand that we're moving into a space where we surf on the edge of time, where we do a lot, where we do away with duality, where we quantum leap past the time-space continuum, and we are free of those constraints. Understand that I am just a vessel, a channel. I am multidimensional, and so are you. What energies I see, that I channel, that I pick up on, understand that there's no separation. There really is no I. It's all. And what I experience, you are experiencing. What you're experiencing, I'm experiencing. It's just through different lenses and perspectives. Okay? The energy that I'm picking up on, remember, there's nothing finite. Okay? So your choices have the ability to shift and to change outcomes here. Okay? All-knowing source, divine spirit, archangels, guides, ancestors, descendant masters, 5D and above, my higher self, my galactic team of the highest light and resonance, star races, star family. Allow me to be the clear channel, bring forth truthful, clear, precise messages for the collective. Allow me to tap into the energy of the collective and bring forth the most healing and the most supportive and important messages for those who need them the most. Thank you so much. I always speak truth and light and ask for help and divine assistance even before I get on camera, but I always do it again, just for the sake of you guys hearing it and knowing that this is a sacred space. Guys, these messages won't resonate with everyone, okay? So take what resonates, and whatever doesn't, it just doesn't. They're asking me to take my time to prepare. There's so much. Yeah. Thank you, Archangel Michael. All of the directions, south, west, east, north, all the elements, air, fire, water, earth, all of the archangels that connect with all of the directions and all of the elements. I feel you. I see you in gratitude. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for that throat chakra clearing. There are energies that do not want this message to come out, because these messages hit people and hit souls and energies in different ways. It could be a tone, a symbol, a word, a frequency, an image that hits somebody's consciousness or soul that shifts everything. And this is where we are right now. Okay? They're saying, let's get back to the numbers. We're going to get into the dream channeling energy here. But let's get into the numbers. First of all, let's speak about the numbers connected with the full moon energy. Okay? So today's Monday, the 16th. It is a 16th day, and that is, the energy of the tower reduces to 7, 16 reduces to 7, so very spiritual, very peculiarly cosmic, and very serendipitous, and can be karmic as well. Tricky, swift, divine. 17:07 was just on the clock when I spoke that. But tomorrow, the Tuesday, the 17th, okay, that is a star day. All right, so understand, this is like a star seed message in a way. You are a star. And even though the moon is going to be full of water, heavy, even though the earth will be in between the moon and the sun, there is something that is separating. There's something that is separating the light and the shadow. And that is you, star, high priestess, chosen one, okay? But let's get into these numbers. And then the energy and the messages are going to flow. So tomorrow is the full moon, okay? 10:35 p.m. That's Eastern time. Okay, so 10:35, that's 9. Okay? That's the 9 energy. That's the divine timing. That's the conflict before the ending. That's the universal law. That's the karmic justice. Okay? 9. 10:35 Eastern time in the PM. That's when the moon will reach its peak illumination. In the US, of course. This is a supermoon as well. So even starting tonight, the moon is going to appear very full for the next few days, okay? 3 days specifically. So this is a learning. There's learning. There's consciousness at play here over the next few days. How you resonate with that. But 9, okay, that's when the full moon will be at its peak, okay? 10:35 Eastern time in the US. That's 9. You get what 9s are. Like we said, the lunar eclipse happens when the earth passes between the sun and the moon, causing the earth's shadow to fall on the moon, making it appear darker and reddish, okay? So I immediately was getting like blood and darkness, okay? Blood and darkness. So what stands in between the sun and the moon is earth. And that's why I'm getting, there's like a separated earth. Something is already separated. Something is already expanded and shifted in on itself when it comes to Gaia. Cleared in the throat chakra, thank you. It was the last reading I did about the rainbow portal and the cosmic prophet and these last final attempts by these cults and these demonic entities that are being used at this time. And there was mentioning of a pinpoint blackness, a pinpointed space, because we all know there's no separation, and we all know that we all return to source, and that everything that's in this universe is meant to resist us so that we can be the diamonds that we were meant to be, so that we can be the stars that we are. So everything that is our resistance, everything is a mirror of us to face and to evolve higher and higher and higher, right? That is ascension. That is ascension. So, there's something between the sun and the moon. And that pinpoint space that's being reserved for those dark ones since the beginning of time who oppose creation itself. Those who want control over creation's children. Those who, even now, are hard at work. Some are fleeing, some are running, some are in disguise, some are walking into bodies, some are taking over bodies right now. Those who you believe are your oppositions, that are looking like to your naked eye, the bodies of rogue twin flames, or karmic family members, or politicians, or whatever the case may be. These are not who you think they are. Those souls have been sold. Those souls have been gone. What you're looking at is the devil itself. Now, mind you, we all have lower selves and we all have higher selves, and we all have to face the devil within. We all have to face the shadow. We all have to integrate, because we're everything, okay? But we have forces, principalities that we have high-level demons, and then we have the devil, like pure darkness from the beginning of creation, right? From the beginning of time, we'll say that has been opposing that which has been created, that there is an ancient, deep-seated envy, deep-seated, it's not even a strong enough word to go into how deep this darkness is, okay, of the chosen ones. Anyway, there is a space that's being implemented into the plan, okay, for these beings that will be separate. And that's what I kept getting when I kept seeing like a reddish, very, very dark space, okay? Because that's what that earth shadow falling on the moon appears to be like. And it could be the moon, right? There could be something about the moon, because you know the moon that we see in the sky is not our original moon, you know, not the original Luna. The moon now that we have is a soul capturer. It's a satellite in a way. Not to say that the energy of the moon is not something after a unfathomable amount of time. It can't produce energy that we can work with. I'm just saying it's not the original. But it's very possible that there could be something that is connected with the moon that's going to house these certain beings that are going to be separate from those that dwell on the new earth, okay? But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is that this is what's occurring. We already talked about the 9 energy, and how with 10:35 p.m. Eastern time, that's where the 9 energy comes in with the height of the illumination of the full moon in Pisces, okay? But that's the lunar eclipse energy, okay? And this is about the harvest, okay? Buck moon, harvest moon. This is a very abundant season that we're approaching, okay? Very abundant season that we're approaching. As we leave Virgo season and move into the energy of Libra, okay? And the fall equinox, there's a big collaborative energy that's coming in. And this harvesty energy is very it's a new energy, a new cycle, and this is a very full space we're in, and there are a lot of hungry souls, hungry entities that are trying to grab light, grab harvest, grab energy. Okay, so that brings us to how the moon starts entering the Earth's partial shadow at 8:41. Okay, 8:41. That's 13. That's death energy. Okay, that's Scorpio energy. I feel is speaking about wolves in sheep's clothing, is speaking about demons and devils are going to be revealing themselves in a way that has never been revealed before. So if the moon is at its height tomorrow at 11, at 10, 35, and the moon will start entering Earth's partial shadow at 8:41, and then the full shadow at 10:13. So we have 13, 8:41 when the Earth enters the partial shadow, which reduces to 13, which is death. And then when it enters its full shadow, it'll be 10:13, which is 5. Okay? I feel like before the moon gets at its fullest illumination at 10:35, which is 9, that there is going to be something that just completely shifts. And again, 5 is the Hierophant, and it's this energy that we've been getting a lot of about the cults and about these groups misusing their power. There's something very ritualistic about this energy. Tomorrow, between 10 and 1 a.m. the following day, which will be Wednesday, the 18th, which reduces to 9. I'm not sure if you guys are following me with all of these numbers and everything else, but when the moon enters its partial shadow and into its full shadow, it's death, 13, and then 5. So there's going to be heavy ritualistic energy going on, taking place. Pay attention to what you see, because we already know our abilities are coming online here. We already know that we're seeing things very differently right now. You're going to see the mask fall off of certain individuals. It's going to be shown to you. They cannot hide any longer. So these energies are going to be very strong, while these groups and cults, even religious organizations, government. Okay? There is something that is rival. I want to say arriving and rival. So something is riving up, and there's like something that's going to be rivaling. I'm not sure, but there's going to be a lot of ritualistic things happening during that period of time. Okay. By 10/13, which is the 5 energy, the moon will be entering its full shadow. The moon will finish exiting the full shadow at 11/16. So after it enters its partial, then the full, it'll go into the full moon energy at 10:35. Okay, so we go from 13 to 5 to 9. And remember, 13 reduces to 4 as well, so that's all about the dirt, that's all about the earth. Okay, there's something here about consecration, or there's something here about disturbing a holy ground or something like that. But so we're going from that 4/13 energy, partial shadow, 10/13, and that's 5, full shadow, full on ritual, full on everything they have going into something. The moon will be at its height at 10:35, which is 9. Again, that's full on moon energy, receptive, psychic interference, all of that. But also on the flip side, 9 is divine timing. It's karmic justice. It's acknowledging this conflict before an ending and its completion. So as this energy riles up or ramps up, the assistance for the chosen ones, the Divine Mother, the star beings, the sun beings, the water beings are ramping up as well. Okay? That's 9. So the moon will finish exiting its full shadow at 11:16 p.m. And that's 9 again. So it's like the higher realms and your ancestors. It's a double whammy. It's a double slam. It's like WWE or WWF tag team. It's like, you know how in these like wrestling matches or whatever, that's what's coming through right now. You could have someone throughout the whole season. Like, it's like, I don't know, can't think of anybody, but maybe like, I don't know. I can't think of anybody, but they're saying Ric Flair or woo. I don't know. They're saying Ric Flair. I don't know, but you can take somebody who has had a reputation the whole wrestling season as like being like the I don't know, someone who's undefeatable, that can't be defeated, that was just like always, and wrestling is fake anyway, they say, but that's a sidebar that may resonate with something for someone. But they're saying like the Undertaker or somebody who's like has a reputation for being, all season winning and just being the undefeated champion, okay? And what they're saying is that, how like with wrestling is very dramatic. This is the final showdown, right? The final showdown, and say for instance the Undertakers, because we'll maybe use those as the oppositions, like the demonic entities and the cults that have been up against the chosen one. They're the Undertakers, and maybe all season long the Undertakers have been just, undefeated, and they're in the wrestling ring, and there's this final battle, this final showdown, right? And you know how wrestling can be really dramatic. So out of nowhere, when the Undertakers thought that they were giving it their all, they pulled out the big whammy jammy, like they jumped off the top of the rope and they like body kicked the chosen ones or something like that. Body kicked you down, and they were jumping on top of you, and they had you bent forward and backwards, and the referee is banging on the mat. 1, 2, and before they hit 3, you hop back up, and you're going at it again. And then for some reason, like the rules just change. The referee is saying like, anything goes, right? Anything goes, right? This is the Aquarian age. Anything goes. The rules are not the way they used to be in the spiritual realm. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so now we have tag teams. You can call in a tag team, right? So, and it's no rules. So, the Undertaker, the wrestler that's representing the dark ones, the ops, they're calling on their tag team, and they're thinking that the devil or this high level entity is coming on their side, but all of a sudden they come on your side, and next thing you know, they get some superpowered strength because they did something, who knows what they did, and they get you pinned down again, and somehow you're close to the ropes, and you have a angel or some other being coming in, and they grabbed your hand at the last minute, so they were able to come in and to your assistance or something like that. I know that was just like random, but there is a double up. Like there's no support for the other side at this point. Like they thought they were putting everything into something, or they thought they had something in the bag, and at the very end, everything in the universe is on your side, right? So like we said, 11/16, that is when the moon will finish exiting the full shadow. That's 9 again. And then the partial shadow on Wednesday morning, okay, at 12:47. And that's 14. So it's like 3 days of really intense, heavy, and light energy that is just very representative of this full moon lunar eclipse and that shadow that Earth creates on the moon. And all the energies that I just explained about the numbers and how they represent the Hierophant, the Death card, the change, 5, the shifts, the 9 energy, okay, divine intervention, divine timing, conflict before an ending, And then the 14 energy as the partial shadow. Is finished. 12:47 a.m. on Wednesday. That's 14. And it's just like everything gets quiet again. Everything gets balanced again. Why? Because this is the final showdown in many, many ways. This is the final showdown in many, many ways. And this final showdown, they want me to say it. I don't want to say it, but they want me to say it. It's going to end in death. Okay? For many, it's a spiritual laying down. But in some instances, souls are leaving this planet. Souls are leaving this planet. And that means that there are energies that have been constantly chipping away and constantly doing dark magic and doing evil, sinister acts under the new and the full moons. And in their dungeons, and in their churches, and right up under your nose within your karmic families. These souls had their warning, and they will be going. They will be gone from this earth. And for some, it's just a lot of filler. It's like a lot of extras walking around. These are just extras. They don't even have souls. They're going to be kind of just gone. Okay? And then there are some who are just ready. They're being taken from the earth to be worked on in some way, to finish their process of evolution somewhere else. So this full moon is very serious. And it took me 47 minutes almost, a good 30 minutes, 35 minutes to really explain that. But it had to be explained, okay? So that's the numerology surrounding the lunar eclipse. I didn't want to take so much time on that, but it is what it is. This main blackout recording was supposed to be about the dream channeling. But the angels are saying that those who hear it, who listen will hear it, and those who have the eyes of understanding, the eye of understanding will see it. Even though it's blacked out, they will see it and understand the tones and the mission and the action. Okay? So let's get into it. Okay, guys, let's get into this message. Okay, so I feel like this vision, this dream that I had is a very important collective message. Okay. Let's just get into what I saw. Okay, I had to prepare myself. So, I don't know if this is something that they're giving me a time energy connected to it or not. They're giving me a timeline, but in the dream, okay, they're saying 1217 is significant. 1217. 1217. That reduces to 11. Okay, so maybe that's just letting me know that this is something that's very spiritual that's taking place, or that it's truth, or that it's something that connects with the justice or a portal. Could be like path 11, 1217. It has something to do with the hanged man, and it also has something to do with the star, they're saying. Okay. So I'll connect that back to what this is about. Okay, so there were, I don't remember where I was, but I saw, and I feel like I was within a building when I saw this. I'm gonna make this 2 separate readings, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a separate reading, so I'm gonna cut this off here and pick up with the dream channeling in the next video. This energy is so this energy is so extra. It's so extra. I don't want it to be too long, but they're telling me to just let it play. Just let it play, okay? All of this is relevant. All of this is relevant, so keep going, they're saying. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is a sidebar. Okay, this is part of another dream that I had before this one, but they're saying there's something here about 2 buildings and an elevator, okay? someone's being redirected between two buildings, and there's something about an elevator, okay? And then 12:17, which reduces to 11. That could be a message for someone, so we're going to jump from there, 55:15, which is on the clock. We're going to move forward into this dream channeling, okay? I feel like it's a collective message or a collective warning of sorts. No fear, just about something that could be taking place. What I'm getting here is just big distraction energy, okay? So, like I said, I was in this building. It feels like I was inside of a space looking out, but I could have been anywhere. You know how when you're in the astral, it plays out very differently. But I really felt like I was there. So it was like I was definitely lucid dreaming, or I was definitely, well, I wasn't lucid dreaming. I was actually astral projecting, because I could see myself, and I feel like I was myself at the same time. So as I'm looking up into the sky, I'm seeing a very vivid planet-like entity coming down from the sky, and it was surrounded by several smaller ones. So the large one, it was very, very bright, and it was very similar to Saturn, okay? Very similar to Saturn. So it kind of could fool you if you didn't know better, but obviously if a planet was coming down and I could see it that close, it would be massive, but it didn't seem that massive. So for me, I just automatically felt like it was, I don't know, some sort of ship or man-made man-made planet or something. But there was like a Saturn-like planet or some type of technology, and there were other smaller planets around it coming down from the sky. I feel like it was government. Honestly, it felt like that kind of energy, okay? You know how dreams happen and you see different things almost simultaneously, and that's the energy that I'm getting. And even while in the dream state, I kept hearing telepathically, like, prepare for a great distraction, or a takeover. That's what I was hearing. So at some point, people were being told to evacuate or to either be held up in their dwellings. I feel like major cities were the first to be targeted in this dynamic. And I don't know if you guys heard the riding mower go by, but that's some sort of confirmation. As these like planet-like ships or these planet-like technologies landed, it felt like I was inside of a building, and then they landed on top of a building, but it could have been like a landmass. I'm not even sure. I saw them, and I was giving everyone in my building or apartment, I was getting them to look at what I was seeing. And I was like, come look, there are more coming down from the sky. But telepathically, or maybe someone started speaking to me. I mean, they didn't look like they were extraterrestrial. They looked like they were just government officials or something, but they said to me, to stand down or something like that. And I said, what's happening? Do we have to leave? And they said kind of smugly, like, no, but we should be preparing for a sonic boom or some sort of tremble or tremors or something like that. And they suggested that we immediately strip down or to remove anything that could be hazardous and to get as low as possible on the floor. Somehow, this turned into a really long wait, and people were speculating. Now, this could have been days, it could have been minutes, it could have been like months. I'm not sure. It was a dream, but it felt like a long period of time after speaking to the officials that people were kind of held up. People were speculating and in fear and worry and all kinds of things. There were people leaving, but then never returning. And then I remember people being called to like a courthouse. People were getting summoned or something like that. And so me and another person, we were being, I guess we were together. It seems like we were together. We were a couple, or it was a husband of mine, or it was, who knows? When you dream, you could be dreaming about all kinds of parallel timelines and past lives and everything kind of coming together in the fourth dimension. But we were called, me and this other person were called in to the courthouse for some reason. And as we walked out, they were saying at our own risk or something like that. As we walked out, because there was something major going on in the cities out and about. Okay, there were people outside protesting and laying down on the streets. It looked like they were in costume, but dreams are very wild. And the images you see could definitely represent something else. But people were laying down in the streets, and again, it looked like it could be costumes, but it looks like they were milk. People were milk. They were laying down in like these elaborate white. Maybe it looked like milk, but it was like, I don't know, their bodies looked really long, like a milk jug is random. But it could just be white, hazardous suits, I don't know. But it looked like milk, okay? That's how I'm perceiving it. So people were laying down in the streets in this like milky substance, or like milk or whatever, or milk costumes are all white. It was like a war or something. People were yelling, and people were saying that people were yelling at the people on the ground. They were yelling at the people in milk or in white or whatever, I don't know, yelling at them, saying that they were a disgrace. But anyway, we made it through the horrific traffic, or through the horrific things that were going on out there, somehow to the court building, and we were able to find parking right in front of the court out of all of that madness. I don't know how that was possible. And we went in, okay, and we were sitting down, in court, like near the front row, okay. You know how when you go to court, you're all preparing for everyone to get in, and it's like a little bit of noise and talking, and and as people were filing in, and we were kind of getting situated, we were sitting down, and there was a judge and a few other officials up at the mantle, up at the front of the courtroom or whatever, and the judge seemed really young to be a judge, and there were a couple of, again, officials, maybe like a bailiff or whoever else. They were all laughing and kind of joking, and it appeared that the judge was inebriated or drunk or was just off, okay, because he was like talking in a slur and making jokes, and hunkered down. He started hunkering down under the stand a little bit, hiding, and they were making jokes and just talking frivolously about their night before or sexual innuendos or whatever. But then court was in session, and the judge called me first, and I was surprised. I'm like, oh, okay. But he had a hard time saying my name, okay? I'm not gonna say my name, but some people know my name, but he like botched it up. He was like, he couldn't say my name and whatever. It was just being a little frivolous and like And I told him, oh, you mean my name? I said it. And he was like, yes, yes. So he started questioning me about something, and it didn't seem like it was pertaining to anything legal. I'm not sure what this was about, but then a lawyer lady walked by and was like, don't say those things about her. Look at her husband or boyfriend over here. Look at this gentleman. He wouldn't like that very much. He's a gentleman, and he's a nice little horse, she said sarcastically. And then my so-called quote-unquote boyfriend or husband looked at me and was like, what the hell is going on? And he just gave me like a sarcastic smile, and the proceedings went forward. But I don't know what happened. That's when I woke up. I just feel like there are some major distractions that are about to hit this planet. Okay, the ship's coming down. When the ships were coming down and everyone was being held up for this particular amount of time, everyone was questioning what was going on and the fear about what was happening. So I remember everything very vividly. Of course, someone's going to come straight by my door with loud leaf blower or something. And this is kind of early, guys. As soon as I woke up, I wanted to meditate, but the dream was so vivid. I started meditating on the dream and trying to figure out how I was going to relay this information. But anyway, so the dream was very vivid, and especially the sensations of the fake planets or ships or whatever the technologies were coming down. I remember the one that looked like Saturn the most, and it was huge. So that was it. That was the dream, and it just seems like something is coming. A very huge distraction for the world, for the collective, okay? So I pulled some cards on it, and I got the World in Reverse, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so what that was telling me was that the World in Reverse to me is the distraction. There is something that is restrictive. It also represents Saturn, okay? A false Saturn or a false sense of restriction that's being placed on the collective at this time in the world, because the powers that quote unquote be know that the lovers in the wheel are here. We're moving into that 10-year that I keep talking about in 2026. So before the biggest reset happens, when Neptune moves into Aries, when Pluto is fully in Aquarius, when Uranus is moved into Gemini, when Jupiter has moved into Cancer, and when Saturn also moves into Aries, conjunct Neptune. Oh boy, oh boy. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop Gaia's ascension. Nothing can stop, because ascension already happened, but nothing can stop how all the way up we're going to be in terms of the ascension cycles, in terms of the mind, in terms of the codes that are going to be activated. in terms of the integration between the heart and the mind. Okay, so bringing it down to this dream and how that could affect us now, okay, with this distraction energy. The lovers in the wheel, integration, and forward movement. This dream is speaking about this huge distraction across the globe. Also, is speaking about a choice point. Because I feel like there's going to be people like really sucked in by something that their two eyes can see, but only those who have the ability to merge the left and the right, to merge the fi and the la and the soul. Those who have the ability to merge the two eyes, to see in the third one, are going to be able to see through the deception of something that's going to be taking place. There's something about an eye for the eye. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Okay, so it just seems like there's going to be something cut off or something restricted where people can't leave or go. You know, it's almost giving me like the energy of, because I kept getting that, I had a dream before, that major dream, the bigger dream about elevators and two different buildings, and could be something to do with like the Twin Towers or 9/11 energy, or something kind of like similar to that. I'm not saying like something similar to that's going to happen, but something that affects a city or cities. Maybe something about the ley lines, or something about the pyramids, or something that could affect the world globally, but the major cities. But with the world in reverse, the lovers and the wheel of fortune and the eight of wands, I feel like there's going to be a period of time where people are restricted. Or some people will be restricted. Or there's going to be a period of time where people are going to be forced to be together. Where they're going to be receiving some sort of message. Some sort of message that maybe connects with traveling, or the inability to travel, or only some people or certain people or groups can travel. Yeah, something about an announcement. An announcement that is going to make movement impossible or very restricted, or to be able, it's going to also make something about communicating with loved ones, or people aren't going to be confident in the technology. People aren't going to be confident enough to travel after hearing this news, or people are going to are going to feel like they can't go, or they can't move anywhere, or they can't relay a message. So there could be a blackout, or there could be something that's preventing communication here. But there is definitely going to be some sort of announcement that everyone's going to hear. Something is spiraling down. They're saying there's something about having a couple of backup plans. Tell me more about this this distraction. Some people are going to be ignoring this. Okay. Let me clarify this. What is this energy? What is, I feel Louise? Who's going to be ignoring this situation? Those who are already trapped. Also, when it comes to the judge situation, I just feel like there is a whole, oh my goodness, like a fake purge or something going on. I don't know. I feel like people are exposing themselves, like the judge, like being frivolous, and there's like a whole, I don't know, there's some sort of distraction or a fake, I don't know, second coming or something that's taking place. Justice in reverse. Those who feel no weights have nothing to lose. They're already trapped. It's like the only ones who are going to be fooled by this or maybe distracted by this are those who are meant to be. They feel no ways, they're trapped, they're stuck. Eight of Swords, Star in reverse, Justice in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Wands with the Eight of Cups, 8-8. 8-8-8, the Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups in reverse is like, some energies are going to be pulled into this, I don't know, New World Order or this fake purge or second coming. I don't know, because they already feel no ways. They've already are hopeless. They're lost. They're doomed. They're trapped. It's like this is their dominion. But it's not really their dominion. This is their dominion, but it's, I don't know, this situation that happens at the same time, it's something else happening at the same time. I cannot explain this. Forgive me, guys. This is like a lot that they're trying to push through me here. So whatever this distraction is, it's meant to happen because it's going to be the final coming or something. It's going to be the final representation of the side that has been chosen or something. So the ones that are going to feel no ways or be, they're going to fall into the trap, or they're going to think that it's real, or they're going to think that it's supposed to be this way, like these officials coming down, or because they're going to be programmed, or they're going to be told that this is the way it's supposed to be. It's going to be an announcement, like, this is the way it's supposed to be, like, we're doing this to protect you, or there's something like that, right? But remember, anything that the government tells you they're doing to protect you is they're doing it to control you, period. I feel like when me and my so-called partner was in court, it was about us seeing the world for what it was. Like, what a joke the legal system is. And the lawyer calling my partner a horse it just kind of meant like what the legal system is in general. Like a horse, you lead it places and it serves you. And it was like, almost like the lawyer was giving something away about your sovereignty or about really understanding who you are in terms of the land and in terms of what is already yours and your oath or something like that. But that's what I'm getting here, okay? So if we take it back to the dream and about there being a sonic boom and hunkering down and stripping down and preparing for to be in the dwellings for a period of time and to I'm asking what's happening, and they were smugly saying no, but prepare for a sonic boom or a tremble or strip down and remove anything that could be hazardous. Get as low as possible on the floor. And somehow it turned into a really long wait. So again, there is something here that is like a distraction or government takeover, okay? And in this space is like those who have chosen a certain side, it's going to seem normal to them. It's like they are being controlled. They're going to follow the plan. They're not going to feel any ways because they're already trapped. They're already part of that system. They've already given over their control in a way. So this announcement, there's also going to be another announcement that only those with ears to hear and eyes to see is going to see. Like I said, when I first was encouraged to do this, they kept saying death, 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 death. But it's like even the full moon message that started off so long, in it is cryptic messages about death, about the process that's taking place now, about the shadow being cast over the moon, and you who are chosen, who already ascended to the new earth, you stand in between the sun and the moon, and you cast the shadow over the moon, over a specific part of Gaia that certain energies that are chosen to separate from source, to separate from creation, that's their dominion. They can't escape that. They're trapped there. And anyone who wants to fall into that plan will be separated from the new earth or something. That's what I'm getting. I don't know how soon this is going to be, but I got the 8 of Wands twice. So there could be some remnants or talk about this or some signs that you get or synchronicities within 8 days. Could be 8 weeks. Could be 8 months. But days are coming out real strong in terms of a message, in terms of some sort of distraction, okay? That is a precursor for some bigger event. Because those who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see are going to maybe be trying to, maybe they've been talking about this and their messages have went on deaf ears, deaf hearts, blind hearts. Trying to get the messages of love out, trying to get people to move in the right direction has been of no avail. I don't know. But again, the ones who are going to be feeling no ways are kind of that's their plight. That's how they see it. That's their perspective. That's their perception of the reality. And those of you who have quantum leaped are going to be seeing a different message, or you are going to be just, like I said, raptured out of something. And it's really not about just how you think it's going to be like in a movie where, oh, you're just going to be pulled out, you know. It's going to be your level of consciousness, because the new earth starts from within. Okay, so you are going to be vibrating at a certain frequency, at a certain wavelength that is just going to be separate. So whatever reality from this distraction that other people see, you're going to be seeing something different. And maybe what they're saying, like in the moon message part, like you're going to be seeing something unravel in real time. You're going to be seeing masks fall off, especially during the next few days. And that's really a matter of your perspective, because time and, you know, there is no time. But for the matter of this reality, 3 days with this kind of full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, it's like the energies are heavy, because there are certain aspects of these dark ones and entities and cults and groups and religious groups and all kinds of different energies that are really giving it their final all, because there's something about this that is all, that is it. They're grabbing and grabbing with these like grimy fingers, trying to get the harvest, trying to get through the portal, trying to find a way, or trying to get as many souls as possible. That's what it is. And there is going to be some great distraction that is going to come about, like after that's done, like after sides are chosen. This announcement, there's definitely going to be something that is seen across the world, or heard across the world, or felt across the world. There's going to be an announcement about travel, about how we can't go anywhere, or how it's not advisable to do something, or how it is advisable to do something and that it's in the greater good of the world or whatever. In these major cities, there may be a loss of power or something like that. But ultimately, there's going to be, for those who are chosen, for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, there's going to be actual, you're going to be seeing it differently. There's like a way opening, there's a channel opening, there's a resolution to the energies, to the frequencies, and then everything is going to be pure again. Everything's going to be pure, because there's something that's going to be gone from your reality. Wow. So that's why some people are going to feel no ways about it. We have Grand Air Trine that came out in regards to this message. Let me see what we get for the Grand Air Trine. What does that have to do with this? I mean, I think they're saying that this is like the precursor for what's going to be taking place in 2025, 2026, when we have those major planets in air signs. Pluto, Uranus. Pluto, Uranus, and what else? Eight of Cups in reverse again. Some people won't be able to walk away, won't be able to move, stuck in the dream of the controlling ones, stuck in someone else's illusion, in another reality. Like their minds. Grand air trine being clarified by the 8 of Cups. Yeah. 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups. Page of Cups. And a Queen of Wands. All of this energy together speaks about, you know, mass ritual that was done. $250 years ago, to get a hold on it, to interfere with the contract. Blood ritual, they're saying. That's why the moon at its height, when the sun casts shadow on the earth, it's the darkest part of the shadow, and it'll create a darkness and a reddish tint on the moon because it's reflecting back the blood ritual that was done over the United States or something. It's affecting the whole world now. But with all this air hitting the collective over the next few years, there's this clearing of it. There's something about the rituals wearing off, and we're coming into these codes of knowing. But there's a group of individuals that are falling prey to this New World Order, or this great deception, this second coming, or whatever this is. I'm hearing, they'll have no time to regret. Safe bet. No time to regret. Satisfied with their safe bet. So there's not going to be any time to regret. This is like a done deal. Chosen a side, succumbing to this plan with these fake planets coming down, or whatever this is. The government taking control. There's no time for regret. There's no emotion. There's just some sort of loss. Page of Cups in the reverse is like no intuition, just complete control. This is Ace of Swords with the Judgment. What is this announcement, this call? Temperance in reverse. A call about the fall, a call about those who are trapped, those who are stuck. Temperance in reverse. No protection. stolen codes being returned to the new earth. Because it's divine timing for this. And this is the judgment. This is a final judgment call. I know this is very kind of vague, but a lot of information, but I'm going to pull a final message here about this this dream and this great distraction. Can I get a couple of final cards about the dream? Yeah, the devil. It's control. It's some attempt to control. Yeah, and a tower. Some attempt to control. Mass control or war or some sort of calamity or event. Yeah, with the tower here, it's definitely giving me something to do with cities. And then we have the Hierophant. So yeah, it's definitely about some major like change happening quick. It's about power and control, domination. An obsession with control and a way to harness energy. I don't know. They're just saying that those who know will know. And those who know won't give away their rights, or they just won't be in that energy. They'll be gone. They didn't make a promise. They didn't sell their soul. They can't be controlled. They're cloaked. Okay. Yep. The battle's already been won. There's my war song. Whew. Goodness, guys. I wish I could give more detailed information about this. But that was the dream. There's definitely, I'm definitely getting completion, lessons, restrictions, a period of time people have to be together, okay? Information coming in really quickly. A period of waiting. Eight days, 8 weeks, 8 months. And then we're getting like some sort of announcement. And there's 2 separate spaces here. Some people are not going to feel any ways about it because that's their perspective of it, or perception of it. It's almost like this new world order or this great deception or something about. My dream was about some type of technology or ships or planets or something coming down, but it could just be something like the government is going to be doing something that they're going to be saying it needs to be done. And there's some people who are not going to question it. And then there's some people who are just going to be seeing a whole other reality. Like you, chosen ones, starseeds, you're going to be vibrating on a different wavelength and you're going to see it completely different. And this is how the separation is starting to take place. Okay? So there definitely is going to be some type of announcement, or you're going to be seeing something in real time take place with government officials, okay? Or some sort of announcement, or announcement of war, or announcement of something to do with politics or judges or something like that. Now, the last part of this message, we're going to get into the energies that were coming up about this last attempt. This last attempt by these cults and demonic entities and energies that have been without remorse, without a break, have been throwing dark magic and trying to affect the ascension of chosen ones, have been trying to replace, lie, sneak, kill, destroy, be you, Earth Angel, chosen one, starseeds. Okay? And we're going to get into that energy right now. What they were saying is that hope, when it comes together with reason, is the sweetest food for the heart that wears it. If it comes another way, it brings more suffering. It was their hope, okay, to be you, to destroy you, to harvest your energy, to mock you, to erase you. To diminish you and to pull in all that you are, in your essence, in your lineage, in your soul, unto them, unto their agendas, okay? And these entities, these demons, these cults, they don't have reason, they don't have balance within their minds, within their whatever they are, okay? So this hope that they had, it came another way. It didn't come from, this hope didn't come with reason, one. It didn't come from the heart, okay? Or anything like that. It came another way, from the devil, from the lowest aspects. So it's only bringing them more suffering. They had their hopes up. They had a party. They celebrated way too soon, okay? And they're going in for another opportunity to pull a rabbit out of their hats. Love finds new arts, and under its honey, it always keeps a bait, and it makes its servants happy whenever it finds one that is loyal. Four of Hope, Nine of Love, Earth and Water, Four of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah. They held on and they celebrated what they were trying to control through manipulation and greed. Blackmail and treachery. They were happy. They were celebrating when they had an opportunity to be in your energy. Like I said, love finds new arts, and under its honey, it always keeps a bait, and it makes its servants happy whenever it finds one that is loyal. Your energy, your loyalty, your light, your starlight. They were so happy with this energy when they found it, attracted to it. They wanted it for themselves. They can steal light from anybody. They can steal energy from any old person. Not that anybody is old or not worried, that everyone is beautiful in their own right. But when they stumbled across you, they were like, we have to keep this bait. We have to keep this. Pull on this. Steal this. But they were warned. And they've been warned over and over and over again. But they were disobedient. They did not listen. So their hope came another way. Through high-level demons and entities and dark magic and rituals and spells and curses and hexes and voodoo. Evil incantations. Sacrifices. So when it comes another way, it brings great suffering, great suffering. So trust and believe that these groups and entities that have come up against you are suffering in many ways, but they're not done. Like we said, they're not done. They have nothing to lose. They're pulling in all their forces together for you. You're worth every single sacrifice. I told you that. Double the pleasure, double the fun, they're saying. So, this message is about a warning for these groups. You've been warned, and death follows you. It hovers over you. You reek of it. And your generations to come will reek of it because of you. It's unfortunate, but this is so. This is your desire. This is what you wish for your future generations. Great suffering. You did not heed to the warnings. Everything will shift after the moon exits its shadow. On the 14 energy, on Wednesday morning, everything will have changed. Do, 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 do. The trumpet blows. Archangel Gabriel purifies the hearts of the chosen ones to complete their mission for Gaia's ascension process. And Archangel Michael's sword goes down, dissipates and dissolves that which has prevented that mission from being completed. Archangel Raphael heals the children and the animals of Gaia. So that they can be free. Of the whispers from the dark ones that infiltrate the mind They say that chosen ones, earth angels, divine masculine, divine feminine energies, emperors and empresses across the land, they saw you, they see you, your loyalty, your energy, your star quality. They see you as a dove that they can hold in their hands and squeeze the life out of until the blood runs dry. They desire that purity and that innocence and that light. They desire to squeeze the life out of it, to unalive it and sacrifice it. And feel all that good energy just soak into them so that they may be you, so that they may be and feel and absorb at that energy. Their mouth waters at the thought of it. That's what they do in their rituals anyway. They kill innocent things and they do disgusting things with them because they're dead. And guess what? Creation even had space for these type of entities to stop. to look at what they're doing as they're sacrificing children and animals and eating their flesh and everything else that they do. Even these type of deranged, sick, reptilian, just unhuman, inhumane, soulless beings had the opportunity to stop and change. And use their darkness to find their light. And these acts I speak of are so heinous. It may have taken lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, but to be able to make that choice here and now, what a time to be alive during this polarity that we're in. To be able to do that, to be able to shift from service to self to service to others, that in itself is power. And that energy can be used for source. But that window has closed. It's closed. Unfortunately, it has closed. And as we move out of this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces and kind of into the fall equinox, and definitely before we get into the astrological new year with Aries season 2026, 2025, definitely 2026, that window is going to be closed. It may look different on Earth as we are kind of acclimating through it, but that spiritual window of choosing a side, it will be closed. So your soul already knows which side it's chosen. So right now, we really need to, I think the divine advice in my last reading was about protecting your energy, because there are great grand things that are coming to our earth, the earth that as chosen ones we will know. These souls are done. They are going in full-fledged at this last attempt. I don't understand how they don't understand that they will never win. That they're going full-fledged and with all their might at themselves. It is done. It is done. It is done. They see you as this dove that they can squish and squeeze all of the blood and life out of and take your energy. That's what they see you as. You are a lion that cannot be controlled, that cannot be killed, that cannot be sacrificed. So what they're saying here is that they were warned, and because these groups and cults and entities and demons are still coming at chosen ones, death is here. Death is here. They try to affect your finances. They try to unalive you, kill you. They try to cause strife, emotional, mental disturbances. They tried to affect your children. They've tried to diminish your creations. They've stolen, they've maimed, they have mimicked, and they have done dark magic, and they have stalked and slandered your name, and any other thing you can think of. And this has been nonstop. Nonstop. You are so powerful. You are so strong. They know it. But they won't stop. So now death is here. And they will not come out unscathed. Okay? I see Archangel Michael's sword in the ground. I see that there will be death. There will be death. I'm seeing 2 deaths. These entities have caused many deaths. On the physical plane, definitely on the spiritual plane, they have taken many souls and used them for their light, for their sacrifices. And unfortunately, as a chosen one, this hurts my soul to say that these beings, and again, these entities and people who are being used by the devil or the devil himself, whoever they are, they can come to you and come into your field of reality and existence as family, karmic family members, as rogue twin flames, unawakened masculines, past relationships, corporate, political, partnerships, work, career, whatever. But you're going to see these entities fall real time. And they're showing me 2 deaths. 2 deaths. Black as night. Done and over. Leaving this earth by these individuals who've targeted you non-stop. I'm getting Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Earth sign, Gemini, Capricorn, Pisces. This is going to be affecting their bloodline. Children, which is the most unbearable thing to imagine or to think. When you're chosen, when you are a good soul, you protect the children at all costs. I could bawl right now just thinking about children's innocence being taken. To me, that's no. Get overwhelmed. My second energy comes out full-fledged. But these beings, they wish this upon their own bloodline, their own children. So unfortunately, we're going to be seeing this real time affect these entities that have been warned to stop. So this is the warning. Some of these entities are going to crash and burn. I mean, they're in the spiritual realm, that's what they're going to do, obviously. But then there's a very vivid image of a car crash. Two lives being taken in a car crash. And one could be a child. I'm looking right at the Page of Cups here, in the Chariot in reverse. The Five of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles offering a pentacle to death. It's everything that they are putting their all into with this last attempt with the full moon in Pisces, this lunar eclipse, the sacrifices. I see the dove with its neck broken and the blood drained from it on fire. Whatever they're doing against children or against you nonstop, you know, and I'm telling you that your children are protected. But these energies, everything that they're sending your way to you and your children is coming right back to them. And that is horrid. Not for them, but for the children. That will be cursed for generations to come, or whose life will be taken, so that they will then be angels. To maybe do work on the other side. But that's what I see. I'm seeing a broken mirror, right? I see these entities looking into the mirror, trying to project towards you, and all they see are their eyes looking back at them. They're blood red with the blood of the dove dripping out of them. And all they see is that the fact they fell for temptation. And all they see is you. All they see is you. They're offering a cup of dove's blood for this ritual, mixed with tears of the devil. These entities are trying to do some sort of trauma bonding or binding themselves to you and your energy to be bound for eternity. I hear laughing, angelic laughing in my ear. Lunacy is what they're saying. Complete and utter lunacy. These energies have no assistance. They have no help. I don't know what they're calling on, but again, some of these souls, they have no help. But there are some entities out here that they think they're calling on their evil ancestors, or they're calling on some sort of high-level demon. But those, and there are some who even have had high-level demons connected to them, but they have been stripped away by the devil himself. Because these souls have continually tried to sacrifice you, but could not. And they have given up everything that they have, even their own family, their own children. They have nothing left. These are empty souls who are doing empty things that are just nothing. They're a part of the ones that feel no ways because they are already controlled. They're just part of the nothingness that you will not even be aware of because you have evolved and your frequency is far gone. But that being said, the high-level demons that were stripped from these beings, that could be, again, forms of karmic soulmates or ex-lovers or broken contracts from twin flames or soul ties or whatever the case may be, they're just there. They're just empty, okay? So this may appear to you in the 3D like someone who's lost their mind or someone who's just they will never be the same, Some people may just disappear. You have to use your discernment right now, really. But the demons that were attached to these individuals are being now assigned to other higher ranking, I don't know, principalities who are now watching you because they know what they're dealing with, and they're going to be trying to come in with a different tactic. That's what this is about with this moon. But you are still protected. They are still being used, okay, by high-level principalities, because these high-level principalities or whatever, no, it's the end for them. They have this deep-seated jealousy of you and of humanity that will never end. That's why the buck stops here, and that's why we are at the space we're in right now. There's going to be a place for them, but your place for the rest of the time here in this transitionary phase of Gaia is not meant for spiritual warfare anymore. It's meant for preparing for the channels and the grids as we are helping souls transition to the new earth as the ascension cycles continue. That's it. But the devil knows that too, you know? But that energy is still going to use whatever they can use while they can use it. They'll keep sending high-level demons toward different groups of individuals to combat you all the way. Because while you're still here on earth, there is the potential of backsliding and little windows, little holes, any given moment that your vibration is a little off or this or that, or, you know, you're still human. You're multidimensional, but you're still in this body capable of emotion and feeling. You could lose a loved one. Anything could happen to just one little slither of a way in, right? But most of you guys, you are on it. You know what you are, and you are in your power. And on top of that, you have divine protection all around you. Just know it. But they're trying it. Okay? They're trying it. But no, like I told you, it's a double up. It's a double up. It's triple nines. Triple tag team. It's like, it's a whole WWE match where it's all fake anyway. But those who know, and it's a battle being watched here. Okay? Just for the sake of it being watched. Just for the sake of you being part of creation and knowing that you've already fulfilled your contract. This is just like a last hurrah. I don't know. But they're going in for the kill and giving it all they have just to seal their fate. I keep saying this because I just don't know how else to say it. There's going to be evidence for you to see that it's over. And that these energies have not been and never truly were ever victorious over you. They are going to crash and burn. The gate will be closed off and guarded for eternity. And that is what they are resisting now. Everything on earth is designed to resist you, to create the diamond within you, the star within you to shine, and for you to reach your highest version. And we're there. We are there. And where you're going, there's no need for resistance. There's no need for resistance. Okay? But that's what they're doing. They are sacrificing and they're trying to attach themselves to you. They're doing all of this in this final attempt. But they're deceiving themselves. They're deceiving themselves. This decision is their doom. It's a lot of root work being done. Like I said, the witching hours, sacred ground being broken. And this again this is the Tower. But yeah, broken mirrors. They are trying to pull this rabbit out of their hat, but the rabbit that they pull out, I wanted to say hobbit. I'm not sure what that means. Let me see. A member of an imaginary race similar to humans, of small size and with hairy feet. Okay, maybe they're gonna be pulling a hobbit out of their hat, but either way, they're trying to pull this rabbit out of their hat with this last hoorah, this last ritual, this last trick that they have up their sleeve. But when they pull the rabbit out of the hat, this rabbit is going to become an oversized version of themselves. And it's going to have them feeling small. They're going to be cowering and hiding as they come into direct reflection of themselves. Yeah, it's like Nine of Swords, it's fear. It's so much fear. They are so fearful. They are so fearful. And that's what they're saying. Part of what's coming back at them when they send this last attempt at you is that someone's going to be so fearful of themselves that they kill themselves. That's what I'm hearing. It's very diluted, and it's very, like I said, I can feel what they're feeling. Imagine an oversized version of you, especially if your soul is connected to ancient principalities. And imagine that coming at you, towering over you, something you pulled out of your hat for someone else comes in on you. And in the eyes of this beast, you can see every sacrifice you ever made. You can see everything you've ever done coming at you. You can see death. You can see it in all the souls that you've ever sacrificed. Wow. And that image is the last thing they'll see. Because they won't be seeing you. They won't be having your energy. Because everything they ever desired came another way. It didn't come from the heart. It just brought them more suffering. So therefore, they're stuck. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. That's, for us, the message is we are at the end of a time cycle, right? The way back home is polarity integration, and again, duality. So it's like thinking from the standpoint of our eyes. We have two eyes, and eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. We can't be in that mindset like of right or wrong or evil or good, because what you think is evil, someone else thinks is good. What someone else thinks is evil, you think is good. That's how we get stuck in perspectives, and the whole world will be blind. The whole world will be gone if we look at everything outside of ourselves as something affecting us, or that they're the blame. It's always us. It's always us. So that's why the death penalty never worked. That's why the judicial system never worked. It never worked. It's avoiding yourself. It's judgment for the sake of judgment. True judgment is knowing that it's all you. You are your judge. You are your God. And you are creation experiencing itself, and everything outside of you is never separate. So something that happens in your reality, you created it. And you have to face it and evolve. That's how you pass the test. That's how you ascend. And when we start realizing that we need to be blind to the opposites, that's when everything merges into one eye. And we really see the truth that we're not separate. This is what this small little 1% can never do. And that's why there's a special place for them. So we have to be in that forgiveness energy right now. We have to be in that heart space. And anything that we cannot do ourselves, we can call on angels to help us at this time. Okay? We're breaking generational curses and patterns. And we are becoming free. We are free. But we're continuing to clamp away the chains. The yokes and being reborn. So let's see what else comes out. For this warning to these cults and these groups. Thoughts isolating. It's the Five of Swords. Third eye in clarity. They attack your third eye and your throat chakra. That's part of this ritual. This also has something to do. Some of the cults are something to do with the music industry as well. Something big is taking place there. Yeah, we already know it's energy harvesting and rituals. Tell me more about this. Okay. They thought you were a dove. Easy prey. But at the last minute, right, at the very last hour, the 999s came in. Tag team. Galactic family. Grand Central Sun angels. Sun beings all come at your assistance. The whole time you've been building your energy and your self-worth and your self-love, and you've been gaining clarity, and you've been strengthening your connection with your higher self. So while someone thought that you were naive, they were fooled completely. They got comfortable in their self-node. Yeah, masculine energies, patriarchy. They got comfortable in their self-node and thought that you were going to be sacrificed, and thought that you were going to be their wish fulfillment, their special target, their key, their way in through the portal for freedom and opportunities. But you released this energy, you purged it, you surrendered to something higher, and now you know the truth. So this unexpected storm is hitting now. It's divine timing for the truth. They're not getting no harvest this autumn. But there is a renewal to Gaia and a spark, right? That's activating for you, but for them, it's all dark. It's separated. It's separation. And these energies are triggered and they're in conflict. No structure, no foundation. I'm just hearing so much distance, stuck in time, suffering, spying and watching because of their decisions. There's no forgiveness. I don't really know what else to say about this, but there's going to be major rebirthing after we move through this heavy energy, okay? Glorify spirit guides and assistants. Spirit guides and assistants. Okay, so we have the King of Cups here because the pair spirit guides is in reverse over the Five of Swords, over these energies that are not going to be victorious, Chariot in reverse, and Hierophant, as they offered up certain aspects to death. That's coming back on them. There's no assistance for them or their loved ones because this is what they willed, this is what they wished by their continual attacks on you. So this is complete imbalance. They made a choice by being some sort of evil warlock. That's when I'm getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, karmic energy, Libra energy, made a decision. That didn't reflect care about you or others or children or anything that connected with you when they try to take your life, when they try to erase you, when they try to do this dark magic, when they try to do this these sacrifices as a baby warlock or something to you. They lost their spiritual assistance when they decided to enter this cult. They lost everything. They sacrificed everything. And again, I'm getting two. There's two deaths that will take place here for this individual. And it's done. It is done. Okay? The angel says it is done. There's two deaths. It's a Two of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse. Definitely could be a karmic Sagittarius as well here. That sacrificed like their own kids or something, or they sacrificed a lot for your energy to get recognition from this cult. Or there's someone who tried to affect someone's children, but they're losing theirs, unfortunately. This is the energy. tone was hasty and very confused about you, about your power, or about your ability to go from being a dove to a lion. That's what they're saying. And now they fall. Hierophant in reverse. Now they fall. The cult is falling. The group is exposed. And the spell is broken. Particularly, the patriarchy is falling. And something about a 250-year-old spell is gone, is dwindled. The blood sacrifice is worn off, or something like that. With the rebirth, winter, Knight of Swords. Yeah, that the winter is approaching real fast, and this rebirth is happening, already happened, but there's something about the angels, or it's, again, the earth trine is lots of masculine energies, or lots of air coming in quick, codes, information, galactic star family watching, okay? Watching the thieves, watching what has been stolen, watching the contracts, okay? And something is done. They're tired of watching something being stolen from the world, from creation. We have the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Swords, clarifying rebirth in winter. There's, in the winter card, there's like these, like a forest that's blurry in the background, but then there's like a hand holding up a crystal ball, and in its reflection, you can see the trees up closer, but you can see the sun shining through them. Okay, so it's like this Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It's like there is a lot of divine protection, or your team watching a lot of suffering, watching a lot of thievery and hatred and spell work and evil being done to the chosen ones. Okay, and then the world and the Queen of Wands here. They're tired of what has been yours since creation being stolen, being manipulated. Watching the contracts being interfered with, or you fulfilling a contract and then there's something else coming over and over and over and over again to make your journey difficult. So I feel like with the winter solstice, you will be fully activated into these new codes, into something here that is irretrievable. Like, it can't be reversed or stopped or interfered with. You will be the world with the Queen of Wands. Okay? Holding your power firmly in your hands, protected and fortunate, trusting in your intuition and your creative energy and flow. Beautiful and graceful. and powerful in the world, rooted in the world, working your magic in the world with Gaia for the collective, for the children, for the animals, for all. By the winter, you will be in the cycle of the 0 point, creating with the creation process. The final destination of all the lessons will be incorporated into you. That's what they're saying. That's what winter rebirth means. The soul ties in reverse and reunion is the five of wands, right? There's been a group collective of different star beings and different realms, higher realms, ancestors all coming together collectively, even Gaia and everything on Gaia coming in all around you, like the Five of Wands. In this instance, I'm thinking the Five of Wands is like divine protection all around you. Like nothing coming up against you will prosper, even in the midst of spiritual warfare, even in the battle, even in the darkest and coldest nights of December, right? They've been battling for you and coming to your defense, while all these entities and groups on all levels trying to bind themselves to you, to be you, to steal you, to wipe you out, to take you out, to end your contract before it was due time. Yeah. Evil eye, dark magic, all kinds of rituals taking place collectively, groups. Like, I mean, you are so powerful, they're saying. I don't even think you understand how much has been coming at you and how much you just beat, not even trying. But that's not to diminish all that you've been through, because many of you have been through so much. And you still have your heart. You still have your soul, like Tupac said. They don't have my heart. I still have my heart, right? And a lot of this done as sneak attacks, right? With your back turned. With you being a dove, loyal, giving, sweet, kind, pure. They stab you right in the back. They offer you the poison. They're whipping up in the kitchen. They're coming in, being enthralled, actually inspired by you, falling in love with you even. The handler falling in love with you. The spy falling in love with you. And that's not just romantic love. It's just anyone to come into your presence. Some people get trapped in your love and don't complete their mission. And then remember what their mission was and then try to kill you again. It's just over and over. You find your way out. But they're saying that you're divinely protected and that there are several ships coming in for you. It's like, imagine you're on the new earth, so to speak, if that is a physical place in your mind. And you know how, like, with the Three of Wands, your ships are coming in, it's like there are colonies of star beings, light beings, earthlings, whatever the case may be. There are colonies and colonies of little groups coming in, right? Aquarian age, the revolution of the individual. No more just following one leader. There's several different of you out there bringing in, calling in your soul tribe, right? The ships are coming in, right? We are finally making it to the shoreline. We are finally making it to the shoreline, okay? And that's what they didn't see, is what they couldn't see, is what they weren't meant to see. They tricked themselves, they fooled themselves. You did too. It's like your soul needed them, right? To get to where you are right now in your soul's evolution. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a tsunami, right? But you didn't sink. You didn't fall off the log, off the ship. You're riding a tsunami in a canoe. And look at you. Look at you. It was worth it, right? Facing your shadows, battling the beasts and demons. It was worth it. It was worth all that you put into it, invested into it. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Some things you didn't even see coming. You weren't supposed to see it coming, High Priestess in reverse. But it's going to be all worth it, right? Because Six of Pentacles, Star card, Ace of Pentacles. It was all worth it in the end because you are a star full of sky. You are a sky full of stars. You're bringing all the stars down to earth, right? Because you're creating heaven on earth. That's the gift of the divine to you with the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity, abundance, connections, seeds that you're planting for Gaia to create things anew. And it's you, chosen one. It's you, earth angel. It's you, divine masculine, divine feminine, that's given the keys. That's given the keys. To the land. Six of Pentacles. Those who will be first will be last, and those who will be last will be first. Separating the wheat from the shaft. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. The soil wasn't ready. It wasn't fertile enough. Okay? But you won't be repeating another lifetime. You're the King of Cups. All the kings. The King of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. This energy is coming in fast. Telepathic codes. Light language. Gifts. Balanced. Healer. Fairness. Heart space. The universe is gifting you with the mission of bringing balance to the earth. Six of Pentacles. Creation knows that you will lead the masses in the way that they should be led. You are heaven on earth. Now, this was a very long message, and I hope that you guys were able to get the messages through tones, through pauses, through silence that you need to get This definitely is a warning to those who are up against chosen earth angels, masculine, divine, feminines. This is our moment. And this is the end. This is the end for the dark ones. This is the end for the dark ones. This is the justice that is being implemented. They have failed. They have lost everything. And because of it, there will be separation for them. This is their warning. This is it. You have the keys. You have the light. And you have the seeds. Nothing can stop your harvest. Your vibration and your frequency has shifted you out of the realm. What those who are not on your frequency or wavelength perceive will be completely different than what you perceive. Be prepared to not see certain things because it's not meant for you to see it. Be prepared for a great distraction. But this great distraction will not affect you. You will be in your 10 of Pentacles. You will be in your 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, the Star, and the Six of Pentacles. Sovereignty. Peace. The answers are within. The new earth is within. You're bringing heaven to earth. Why? Because you are a sky full of stars. Each and every one of you within your own universe. You are creating heaven on earth. We are preparing for the process, the continual process of earth ascension. And through giving your heart and your love, you spark other hearts and other lights. So we tell these ones that wish to snuff out our light, I don't care. Go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Because in a sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Right? No separation. Because you're a sky. Because you're a sky full of stars. I want to die in your arms. Because you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm going to give you my heart. I don't care. Go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Because in a sky full of stars, I think I see you. Because you're a sky full of stars. Such a heavenly view.